You don't need to be a Bible scholar to know the story of Joseph. Every little child knows the story of Joseph and his brothers. The brothers were so jealous of the young Joseph because he was given preferential treatment by their father, Jacob, the patriarch. For some reason, Jacob favored Joseph, and the brothers just couldn't stand it. Indeed, they kidnapped him one day, grabbed him, and threw him into a pit with snakes and scorpions. Really wanted to kill him. He would have died if not for the efforts of his brother, oldest brother, Reuven. And eventually Joseph got out of the pit, was sold into slavery, went to Egypt, and that's really how the Jews got to Egypt in the first place. And everybody knows the story of the hatred that the brothers had for their son Joseph. Well, I just heard something totally remarkable. And that is that this story was being taught in the third grade. And the teacher was teaching the story of Joseph. And when he came up to the story and explained why the brothers hated him, one of the boys in the class, a little third grader in total innocence, says, "I don't understand. Why did they hate Joseph? Just because he was getting treated differently than the other brothers? They should have hated their father. He's the one who was giving preferential treatment. He's the one that was favoring Joseph. It's not Joseph's fault. It was Jacob's fault. Why didn't they hate him?" Great question. The Rebbe said, "I don't know the answer to that question. I'm going to look it up." He went home, looked it up, came back the next day and said, "I did a lot of research last night. I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know what the answer is to your wonderful question." And he sent off the question in a letter to the great, great sage in Bnei Brak in Israel, Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky. Rabbi Kanievsky received this question and wrote back. And in the answer he wrote back, "This question has never, ever been asked before. But more importantly, the question could never have been asked before, because just the concept, just the idea that brothers could hate their father, that idea has never existed until today's generation." Well, you know, a short time ago I gave a blog about the things that you need to teach your kids, and one of the things I said was about respect for your parents, and a lot of people watched and a lot of people wrote in and asked and wondered, how do you do that? And I said, well, I'm not sure how to do it, but I can tell you that it has to start at a very young age. You've got to have a zero tolerance for disrespect at a very young age. That can help. And my question to you today is, how do you do it? How do you teach your kids proper respect for elders, for parents, grandparents, etc.? What methods do you have other than what I'm suggesting today about making sure that it starts very, very early? What methods can we have? What methods can we employ to make sure that our kids truly do respect their elders and their parents? Great question. Let me know what you think about it. You know that I think it is something to think about.